When I was a kid growing up, one of my favorite things were dinosaurs. I feel like that was a normal kid thing. It was awesome. They were so big, large, unknown kind of, and really awesome looking.
What deck would I play? Dinosaurs. Sorry, this is my prize card for winning locals, but dinosaurs. I'm the best player. What hobbies do you have outside of Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game? I love lifting heavy weights over my head in the attempt that I won't be able to walk through doorways one day.
Hi guys, Freaky Fish here with another video for you today. Today we're at Locals and I'm joined by Robert, who is showcasing his Dinosaur deck profile. He's seen a few success at Locals with this in the past few weeks, and annoyingly he beat me. You can go watch that match in a second. It is terrible. Anyway, over to Robert to introduce his Dinosaur deck.
Well, it's Dinos, but it's Dino Kaijus. Pure going second build. Obviously 2, because if you see it, it's a brick.
Yep. But it's a shiny brick.
It's a very shiny brick.
It's a very expensive brick as well.
Yeah, 60 quid brick, yeah. Then you've got the normal 2 Patera triple baby. Just best ratio. You need 5 babies for it to be consistent in my mind. But
Pop the baby.
Pop the baby. Child abuse.
Child abuse, the deck.
But Patera has too many annoying conditions, but baby does not. So.
Petite does let you get Pancratops though if you're playing that.
Petite does get Pancratops, which is actually somewhat useful every now and then. The semi-problem card, OCG saw this and put it to 1. We still haven't.
Yep.
Don't know why. If you don't know what it does, it searches and sets up and recovers stuff. It's too good.
It's Stratos plus Armageddon Knight with a second effect.
Stratos, Armageddon Knight plus Monster Reborn.
Yes.
Yeah. The problem child. No. Let's be honest. Putting it to 1 wasn't enough. It still does too much.
I mean, you still have in this deck. You have still what, 7 copies?
Something like that.
3 Oviraptor, 3 Fossil Dig, and the Misc. So
yeah.
7.
And then we have the recovery of the problem trouble.
I've seen this. A lot of people are now playing this.
This card is dumb.
So what does it do?
Well, shuffle one of your banished monsters in to special summon itself. The reason why I use this one out of all the other nemesis is because they all do the same thing. Is 1, he's an Earth, so it synchronizes with a lot of the Dino stuff. Mm-hmm. And then 2, he is a level 1, which, with what you'll see later, the scrap stuff means Nat Beast.
Oh, okay. So you shuffle back the Misc to recycle your Misc and you just summon itself, and it's basically a 3 level 1 Earth.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the Giant Rex, it's not a Dione deck without him.
Yep.
He's too good. Then we've got my budget scrap core, because, let's be honest, Chimera is way too expensive.
Budget.
So double Scrap Raptor.
Yep.
1 Recycler.
Yep.
And then the Rosenix.
Yep.
Cheap and cheerful.
Okay.
Basically, open up either of those 2, and that's Scrap Wyvern, which
So
is...
what does Scrap Raptor actually do?
So...
I haven't read it.
Of course you haven't. Once per turn you can pop a dinosaur on field to get an additional normal summon of a scrap monster. Now when it's destroyed by a scrap effect that includes itself, you get to add a scrap from your deck to your hand, which is where Recycler comes in.
Yeah.
Where's he gone? There he is. And then obviously everyone knows what Recycler does. One normal summon, send a machine. Rosenix is a free token, so
Nice.
that's the basicness.
And you're popping like babies as you're doing this.
If you're not popping Scrap Raptor, it's normally because you have a baby on field, so yeah.
Okay.
So Quandux, a lot of people are cutting this guy, and I don't understand it.
Mm-hmm. This is back when I used to play Dinos.
This is pre-Archosaur Hill Search. And even back then, you only play on 1. I play on 1 because there have been a lot of times when I've been able to go double UCT, and I'm like, this is just better. Mm-hmm. Like, UCT plus this is more inconvenience to the opponent. And if you brick, if this is in hand, normally it means it's an easy pill.
People do also forget that it's a spell and trap negate. They just think of the dumping to add pill. Yeah. Like, if you summon it off pill, you have a spell. You have a negate.
Yeah, he is still good for what he is. And I think more people need to realise that.
I've just imagined this alternate universe where Conductor's banned and Dino is just Quatless Turbo.
I'd love it. It'd be so funny. Pank, what's a Dino deck without Pank? He's a good going second card, and like I said, this is a going second deck.
Yep.
But yeah, pank is pank. If there's anything else I can say.
Pank is pank.
Pank is pank. This is going to get a couple of comments. I play triple UCT.
Heathen!
I know a lot of people play it too, but I really love this guy at 3. It helps in the grind games because people can attempt to get over 1 or 2, but 3, you summon a 3rd one, people start questioning. Like, it takes so much to get over just 1 normally, so to get over it being summoned 3 times is just insane. Next, the Kaiju package. So I play 4 different names. These can pretty much be any 4.
Yep.
The only one I recommend you always play at least one of is Dogoran because he's searchable.
Yep.
Being a Dino. I then play basically the 3 weakest, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. Yeah,
No, I think the dark one's 2-6. I can't remember.
I think it's 2-8.
Is it 2-8? I can't remember.
We'll check in the comments.
We'll check. Someone will correct us. And then Double Slumber. For one reason only, I'm a cheapskate and I don't have a 3rd. Also, it's really hard to find them. People just don't have them in their binders.
Okay.
But
Would you play the 3rd if you could
if
find
I had
one?
the 3rd, I'd probably look at changing some ratios. And it would possibly cut down on a Patera.
I mean, you want to see it sometime, but all the time, right?
Yeah, sometimes, but not all the
That's
time.
the ideal ratio
Yes.
too.
Then it's not going second deck without triple Dark Ruler. Let's be honest.
This card's annoying.
This card hurts so many. People can't deal with it.
You don't need to OTK because you just like set up a conductor,
Especially-
wipe their board, and then anything they do summon, you just book a move.
Yeah, Dinos just have this thing of, cool, we're doing a Dark Ruler you, blow up your board and then set up our own board, good luck.
Yeah.
Especially if you open up Dark Ruler Slumber, that hurts people. That makes people cry.
That sounds naughty.
Problem child number 2, Fossil Dig.
Oh, you mean Rota at 3?
Yeah. Don't just, Konami, honestly, if you want to stop Dinos from doing well, put this to 1.
No, actually keep this at 3 so I can still play my Pension Dinosaur wacky deck.
I need to see this.
You don't. If you're interested, a profile link will be in the comments. It was terrible, don't play it.
The terraforming, do you know what was coming?
Lost Wind? Or Dark...
Lost Wind?
Lost
Lost
World.
World?
That one.
No, this card's stupid, I love it.
This is actually my worst nightmare because obviously when I play Paleo, it's like, oh, you can't target my things.
And then the last 2 cards in the main deck are the double Ego Pills.
Yep. Shiny, shiny.
You knew they were coming, there's the Archosaur and the Corpus.
Yep.
So, extra deck, this can be almost anything compared to what I play. This is just cards I prefer. Link Rabo, because it's an easy non-dino to go into off Archosaur.
Yep.
So my Link 2s are Phoenix and Wyvern.
Yep.
Phoenix is an easy back row removal plus easy to summon Link 2. Scrap Wyvern, Scrap Engine.
Yep. It's good Link too.
It's good Link 2. It's fair card.
It's fair card.
I play a Unicorn. This is a recent edition. I don't play IP as you saw, so I don't do that. It's more of occasionally I need to free up space. I have too many bodies on board, but that's a Dino issue. This just helps me free it, and if I am going second, it's still a spin, so it is removal. I play 1 Apo and 1 Boral Sword. Asenko Talk is too expensive, and this is just good in Dinos.
Also, this weirdly, Borsal can just out Dragoon because you don't need to activate an effect. You just summon a Boral Sword and smack into a Dragoon which hasn't negated,
So yeah,
and it'll crash. And Boral
and
Sword won't
Dragoon
die.
is probably the biggest problem for Dinos.
Yep.
And then Apo, like we were saying earlier, Dark Ruler set up before negate Apo plus UTC. Most people struggle, especially if you've just blown up their board. Now for basically the bit that can be anything. Granite, he is there because he can search Keystone. It makes the Keystone engine consistent.
So that's why you're playing the 1 Keystone.
Yeah, 1 Keystone because you can search him easy. Then we've got the Abyss Dweller, because so many decks at the moment rely on Graveyard. The 1 off of each, because possibly run 2 of this if you can get to. Drop either the Dweller or what you're about to see.
The one thing I always love about Dolka is about it's not once per chain or turn.
It's not once per anything, it's just as long as it has materials it can activate.
It's a better Appaloosa as well because it destroys.
Yeah. Lagia is much more situational. A lot of people are starting to kite it. I wouldn't, because the moment you do, people stop worrying about it. And then this is my anti-Dragoon / Towers type of thing. Utopia plus Lightning.
Yep.
Lightning, there's too many towers in this format. There's too many boards that can
You
just
got
go.
you got the Dragoon, you got the AI Miester towers.
Yeah.
You've got other people playing Cleethorpes this format.
Well, you've also got coming up the Cyber Dark deck, the new boss monster.
Oh yeah.
That thing, you are sacrificing this because it is a 5k to get over it, but it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be an issue if we can make a consistent build.
It's kind of cool to see someone actually playing the Lightning rather than Utopia Double, because obviously a lot
Bricks.
of people forget about Lightning as like a 5k beat stick that can just get over anything without them being able to negate it.
I was playing double at one point in this, and I was just seeing the double or nothing without searching it, and it's the same as Sky Strikers said with it. It's just a brick.
I share that pain
I
with
think
sharks.
everyone, just lightning's better than double. Agreed. And then the synchros, because for some reason Raptor's a tuner.
A level
That
4
beast-
tuner.
Yeah, Nat Beast, Savage and Shen Shen. Nat Beast is very good this format, especially with Strikers being back. This thing hurts them so much.
Yep.
You tend to go into a Link 2 and then still be able to go into a level 8, so double negate Barrel Savage. Dragon Links use him for a reason, he's good.
He is good.
And
guy.
then Shen Shen, banishing people's graveyard hurts.
So how do you make the Shen Shen?
So Shen Shen's a bit more situational with the current build, because I have another build I'm working on, which is much more going first.
Yep.
But Shen Shen tends to be either...
Is it like Scrap Raptor a level 4 plus
Yeah, it tends to be Scrap Raptor.
plus the Archosaur?
It can be either the Archosaur or the Rosenix token.
Oh, it's a token level 1.
Yeah, the token is level 1, so if I quickly find them.
So these three can make Shen Shen.
Yeah, there's a few other ways. It's just using maths. If you keep, but you're already starting at 4, so as long as you can make 5 more somehow. I know there's some Dino players playing Gillosaurus, so Gillosaurus plus one of the babies also does it.
Yep.
Or in some of the other scrap decks, Golem plus him is Shen Shen.
Yep.
But with the current build, this is the main way I do it. And Rosenix token is also level 1, and Shen Shen's not attribute locked, so
It's a generic macro.
yeah, for some reason. Why Shen Shen is generic, I have no idea.
Nice. So this was Robert's deck profile. Obviously, guys, if you want to ask him any questions, feel free to drop anything in the comments below. Myself and him talk a fair amount, so I can get him to just answer anything with a whip. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.